So, Etsy is giving us tags to use in our listings. What do I think of these? What do they mean? How are we supposed to use them? Let's dive into that. So, right, this is a new thing if you are advertising your listings, if you're using Etsy ads. You can see I just noticed they were starting talking about this, so I turned on my ads for all my listings, which is why my visits coming from ads are all over the place. So you get to this, if you don't know, you go from your dashboard, you go marketing and then Etsy ads, which I've already done. We spotted in Etsy News a couple of weeks ago this banner at the top of Etsy ads saying we're testing a way to find tags that could help your advertised listings show up in more searches. Check it out and tell us what you think. So we spotted that but didn't know what it was on about. But now, if you scroll down in your Etsy ads, boost visibility on your ads with related tags. To help you make the most of Etsy ads, we've made a list of tags that could round out your listings and get them noticed. Now, but in fact, no, we'll go into the. I'll talk about this in a second. But I will say any of these things on Etsy, right, could round out your listings, could help. Etsy isn't telling you you have to do this thing, but this is not a bad thing. So let's hit the get started. So choose a listing to add related tags. Your listings could be left out of key searches if you aren't using the right tags or enough of them. We compared your listings to similar items and identified tags other sellers are using. Try adding the max number of tags to get the best results. Now, this is listings with open tags. So I have some listings that I don't have all 13 tags. Several reasons I do this. One, so when I'm showing eRank, you can see the little button that says you've got listings with missing tags. So I do it on purpose. I do it to prove it's not that it's a bad thing. But Etsy doesn't have this sort of checklist going, yes, Pam has 13 tags, therefore this is a good listing. All Etsy cares about when it's looking to place you in search is that you have enough data in there to tell it that you're relevant for that search. So basically, whatever the phrase the customer's searching for, do you have those words in your tags and your title or somewhere in your listing pretty much? That's good enough. Or if you're talking about earring and you have earrings, it can understand some words are similar. And so you don't necessarily have to have the exact words. So do you have enough there? So if you've got enough to explain to Etsy what your listing is, then you'll show up in the search for it. You don't need 13 tags. The point of having 13 tags, using up all that space, is it gives you extra words to experiment with. So Etsy can mix and match with all these different words that you've given it to understand that you're relevant for more and more terms. So if you don't use all 13 tags, then it's just simply a case that you might be missing out. Now, what I am reading from here, I know people are going to look at this and go, Etsy have said these are the tags I should use. These are not SEO optimized. They're saying, if we can see here, we compared your listings to similar items and identified tags other sellers are using. This is actually a feature you can get in eRank. I'll maybe even show you that maybe. But you can do this in eRank. You can see what other tags other sellers are using. But this doesn't mean that these are good keywords, right? Etsy's just saying other sellers are using these tags, so they might be relevant. So I see a couple of ways this can be used. But anyway, it says we can click. Oh no, we can only click one at a time. Okay, so I'm missing 2 tags in my red panda bookmark. Let's see when I click review selected listings. So this is kind of cool. So add some related tags to round out your current selection. Use all 13 available spaces to maximize your visibility. And as I explained, they're not saying adding another tag will make you more visible for everything. It just means you could be showing for more things. You could be visible for more searches. I hope that makes sense. And it's good here, make sure you use tags that follow Etsy's intellectual property policies. Now, I bet you probably won't see with this because it's a red panda bookmark, but other people might be using copyright infringing tags. It would be nice if Etsy didn't even give us the option to pick them. I bet it does. But anyway, so now I see a couple of cool things with this. I don't know how much, like if you use eRank, if I looked for unique bookmarks in the keyword tool, you would be able to see related tags for the top 100 listings that rank for unique bookmarks. Now, I don't know what Etsy's using here. It's probably all of the tags and then looking at, for listings that have book gift, what are similar tags? What for listings that have this, what are similar tags? My name, actually, this is a good point. What you might find is if you're in a very niched niche, it's possible that the top seller in that niche will be using their shop name as a tag. So Etsy might give you the option to use their name, and absolutely no, don't. So not everything's relevant. And it's cool here, if a term isn't relevant, use the thumbs down button to let us know. So that's cool to know. 1950s, I suppose a pair of bookmarks might be where they're getting that from. Maybe there's a lot of 1950s bookmarks, but a panda's backside sticking out of a book is not my 1950s. So thank you, Etsy, but no. And that just vanishes. It doesn't say anything. What I'm intrigued, I think this is just going to automatically save this to your listing. So that could be very interesting. But now Black Cat, that potentially comes from my own other listings because I have Black Cat needle felted bookmarks. So yeah, that is interesting, but it's not relevant for this listing. And again, dog lover gift, not really relevant. It's not a needle felted dog. It is needle felted, so that's something I could use. So we've got, yeah, it's not a fox or a red fox, but again, these are definitely, that is most interesting. So Pam test 1 is tests that I'm using on some of my listings. So it is looking at your own listings and going, is this relevant? No, but ceramic mushrooms, yeah, that is not relevant at all. Desk accessories, it's not really. So yeah. Oh, here we go. They come down to here. If you mark them as irrelevant, you can tell Etsy there. So it's actually a smaller amount of bestseller tags. Well, it's not anyway. Mushroom lover's gift, no. I don't really think it's either of those. It's not a raccoon, but I do have a raccoon. So it's looking in our own tags quite a lot, but also ceramic mushrooms and desk things. So okay, it's interesting. Now I'm going to give this, let's go for a handmade bookmark. I'm intrigued. I think this is adding it immediately to my listing, which is kind of cool. I think a red panda with its bum sticking out of a book is a funny bookmark, so let's add that. Save tags. Okay, cool. Right, nice work. Your listings are on their way to being noticed by more buyers. I wish they'd say potentially or something. It's not. Anyway, check the Etsy Ads dashboard for more updates and ideas for improving your ad performance. So that's kind of cool. It sounds like they're wanting to help us make our ads better, which is cool. But I'm not. We'll have to see how good it is. And definitely do not just do everything that Etsy tells you to do. As you can see, some of these things were very irrelevant. So we've got to use our common sense here, definitely. So sit back and relax. For best results, wait 48 hours before you make any changes so the system can process your updates. So that's interesting. They're saying 48 hours. That could be the ad system. Not sure. Check back in soon. We might find new or more relevant tags for your listing. That's very interesting. Definitely, it seemed to only be showing me listings that had tags missing, but are they going to help us keep optimizing? Do you know, if so, it might be worth advertising, but at the same time, I sort of feel that we're beta testing this system. So I don't put, if you see this and you think, whoa, this is great, it's not bad to train the system on your listings, but don't put on ads if you can't afford them. As you can see from my dashboard a minute ago, I've made no sales from ads this month. I've made very few sales this month. But did this tool make it easier to choose tags for your listings? Choose tags, we'll talk about this in a second, but hopefully it's made it easier to add tags. So I'm going to say yes. I think that's not a bad change. Not a bad. There's some caveats. I'll get into that in a minute. But what I want to do, let us pop over to listings, see if I can find this panda. Come on, searchy, searchy. There he is. So if I go into this listing, has it added it? Did it add the tags? Where even are tags in this new thing? Do we now have full tags? No. So maybe it takes a little while for these to be added because they're not there yet. So I'll let you know in a couple of days if it adds them, but they've not been added yet. But it's still very interesting. Now, what is a little bit annoying, I should be advertising more than 15 lists. Yeah. Oh, per page. I'm an idiot. Anyway, is that? No, they're not just showing us stuff that's on that page. Anyway, so boost visibility. See, I was going through and sorting out the tags. I would like to have come back to this page. That was a bit annoying. Yeah, so that's still, so it's not going to update immediately, but hopefully it will. Let's try something different. A cat, review selected listings. Oh, and we can remove, because these are some really old team things that I'm not in anymore. You can't leave with fewer tags than you started with. That's cool. Okay. So, I don't know why, but anyway, I am removing some tags that don't work for me anymore. And let's teach this system and see how it gets on. Is that a cat portrait? No. Cat lover's gift? I think so. Is it a felted animal? Yes. It is a custom pet portrait. I don't want single word tags. That is interesting. They're showing us single word tags. Um, single word tags aren't bad. Let me just explain this one. It is the same as not using all your tags. For instance, let's say felted animal here. I could have a tag that was felted and a tag that was animal, and Etsy would understand if someone searches for felted animal, my listing is relevant. It's slightly less relevant than having felted animal all in one word, because it's all together exactly as the buyer's searching for it, but the words are there. Probably a better example, cat lover gift. I could have cat gift and kitten lover, which sounds, yeah, we won't go into that. Or I could have cat gift and lover. That's lover's not really a good, anyway, you know what I mean, cat gift and lover. So I would be relevant for cat gift, cat lover, lover gifts. This is a bad example, but anyway. But if we have the tag cat lover's gift all in one, then I have another tag free to add, custom pet portrait. You just get more words. That's the only problem. But anyway, I want to say no to pets. It's not irrelevant, I just don't like it. Pet portrait. I've got one more tag. Let's miniature pet. I like that. There we go. And save tags. We should get the same screen. Sit back and relax. So 48 hours. I think before you make any changes so the system can process your updates. Yes, it's not looking in and seeing are you ranking or whatever. It's not even changed my listings yet. But I don't hate this. This is pretty reasonable. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on the first look at this. Firstly, bear in mind these are not SEO optimized. They're just telling you tags that other sellers use. Other sellers may be idiots. Obviously, we've seen they're not all relevant, but tell Etsy, say that's not relevant, that's not relevant. Hey, I like this one. So that's pretty cool. A very easy way to change your tags, although it's going to take a little while. I'll keep an eye on it and let you know when the changes kick in. But it's going to take a little while, but it's easy. So that's cool. The problems is basically, firstly, people are going to think he's telling us to do this. So I can see people putting in like tags like other shop names or trademark things, even though it tells you not to. But Etsy told me to do it. And I think Etsy's going to have to get on top of that really quickly. I haven't a way of seeing. I should have had a mouse listing or something, see if Mickey Mouse comes up. But if Etsy starts recommending potential tags, they're on kind of shaky ground here, in that someone could be like, I didn't use a copyright infringing thing. Etsy told me to use that. So Etsy's going to have to work on their system a little bit there. And the other thing is, these are not SEO optimized. Just because other shops are using them doesn't mean they're good tags. Doesn't mean these are tags of top selling shops. It doesn't mean these are the tags that are driving them traffic. It doesn't mean anyone's searching for these tags. So I think this is a really, really cool thing. If you've just got a few open spaces, you couldn't think of anything, you can't be arsed spending half an hour doing some keyword research. And to be honest, look, it should take about 15 minutes to do your keyword research to find some extra tags. It shouldn't be taking hours. Some people are spending hours and hours trying to get all their tags. So this could help people just with those last minute tags, like I could only think of 10 tags. Do it, stick it up, turn on the ads, pop in, Etsy tells you, you go click, click, click. I kind of like that. But I would not create a listing with no tags or very few tags and then just come back in and listen to everything Etsy's saying. The other thing you can do, once these are updated, you'll be able to take this into eRank and look at your listing audit for that listing. And then you'll be able to look and see what is the search volume and stuff for the tags. How good are the tags, right? Etsy hasn't connected. So once this has changed, which it hasn't, it's not updated yet, but once it has, you would be able to click on this in eRank and see all your tags and see the search trend, how many people are searching for them and stuff. So that could be kind of handy. So I don't hate that. I think using it in conjunction. We don't know if they're good tags until we go in and analyze them. However, for exactly what I used it for, I've only got 11 tags. Excuse me. I've only got 11 tags. I want to throw in a couple extra tags. Actually, I don't hate this. If you're using Etsy ads, check it out. If you've got it, I'm assuming it's for everybody. I haven't seen yet, but yeah, have a go with it. But it's not telling you use these tags. It's saying, hey, these are potentials. So, yeah, I kind of don't hate it. Well, I think this is a step forward. Let me know what you all think, but yeah, I kind of like it.